Hey beautiful soul, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here with you for an October energy update. I'm so glad to be back. Maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't. I took a little bit of a break from YouTube during the course of the month of September because I have not taken a break from filming YouTube videos in oh my gosh, probably at least a year. So it was nice for me to have a little bit of time off. I took a week of vacation as well, which was really nice. Spent some time at the Jersey Shore. And so I'm so glad to be back and to be here with you for an exciting October energy forecast. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Emily, and I am an Akashic Records master practitioner and teacher. I am a psychic development coach. I am a quantum energy healer, do all of the things in the spiritual space. And I love channeling these collective energy forecasts because the purpose of them is to help you discern what the energy is going to feel like so that you can choose for yourself what you're going to do, what you're going to take action on during the course of the month ahead, so that you can align to the natural flow of the collective energy and be prepared perhaps for what is to come. Not in a bad way, but just so that you can move along right with what's coming up in terms of the planetary energy, the collective energy, the overall energy. So how do I channel these energy forecasts? I open the collective Akasha, the collective Akashic Records, and I ask them questions about what to expect during the month ahead. So we're diving into October today, and October is going to be a really interesting month. It's going to be very revealing, I will say. October is going to teach us a lot. It's going to show us a lot. It's not going to be an unforgettable month. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that negative things are going to happen or bad things are going to happen. Not at all. But I mean that it's going to be very revealing to help point you in the right direction towards your next steps, towards your path forward, especially if you have been feeling kind of stuck or stagnant recently and you're ready for that change, for those next steps to move forward, but you're feeling like you can't. This energy forecast is for you. Because the overall collective theme for the month of October is cultivating freedom in your life and creating space, taking up more space in your life. So anywhere where you're feeling trapped this month or have been feeling trapped recently over the course of the summer months, if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere, or perhaps during your winter, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, as we are moving into this transitional season. It's fall where I am here in the United States, but perhaps it's spring where you are, but regardless, we're in a transitional season. And so if during the during the summer or winter season for you, if you were feeling stagnant or stuck or trapped in any capacity, this month is going to help make it very clear to you what's keeping you trapped, what's keeping you stuck, so that you can, again, be in an energy of freedom this month, which for so many of us, that is absolutely crucial. That's what we came to Earth in this incarnation to do, is to cultivate more freedom. So this month is going to be teaching you that. You're going to be learning some lessons around that. So I want you to keep this in the back of your mind, that anytime where you feel stuck or triggered, or like you're learning a lesson, you're feeling challenged in some way, I want you to remind yourself that the universe is inviting you into greater freedom in your life. And how is the thing that you're learning or getting triggered by pointing you in that direction? Is the trigger asking you to set a boundary, to create more freedom? Is the trigger asking you to limit your time within a relationship, or even perhaps let an old relationship go that's not serving you anymore? Or maybe even a job that's causing you to feel stuck or trapped or stagnant in some way. So anything that, again, is creating that sensation, they're showing me this visual of a person having all of these ropes tied around them. I can't remember what tarot card this is. I believe it's the Two of Swords, where the person on the card is tied up and is wearing a blindfold and has the two swords in front of them. And yes, they're trapped, but they're also holding these swords. And if they knew that they had the swords and that they could see the rope, they would be able to cut themselves free. That's the energy of this month. Finding out, being revealed, and coming into awareness about what's trapping you and how you can cut yourself out of that entrapped state. So you may also be getting some clarity this month around how to free yourself, the how. For so many of you, maybe you're feeling trapped in a job. And so perhaps this month is giving you clarity around what are the steps that you can take in order to actually free yourself from that job. Maybe it's starting to poke around in your network and asking people if they know about any job opportunities. Maybe it's writing a manifestation list of all of the different things that you want in a future career. So this month is going to help show you some of those steps that you can take in order to free yourself. So you're going to get a lot of clarity around that. So if you're feeling frustrated right now because you've been feeling trapped for a while, maybe that's in a relationship or in a job or in a financial situation or a house or something big, this month is going to reveal to you how to free yourself from it. You may not fully find the freedom that you're looking for during the month of October, but you're going to be on a path to help get you there. And that's going to free up a lot of energy because you're not going to be in, and I am in this too sometimes, you guys. I'm not saying this in a negative way, but so many times when we feel trapped, we can get caught up in a victim mentality, victim consciousness, where we're like, oh, well, my life sucks. I can't leave this job because it pays all my bills and blah, blah, blah. And, the universe doesn't like me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be stuck in this job. And we get caught up in that victim mentality of my life sucks and I'm just going to keep it this way because my life sucks. And woe is me. And isn't my life hard, right? I've been there too. I do this too, you guys. Seriously. So this is going to reveal to you where you're doing that. And then it's also going to give you the tools to be like, okay, I now know my next step towards having that freedom that I really want for myself. And that's going to feel so good because the universe is going to be, and here's the other thing I really, really want you to pay attention to this month. Here's another big theme. So you may have heard this a lot already on social media because us spiritual people, we love to talk about this. During this time of the year, as we are approaching Samhain, aka Halloween, and also All Souls Day and the celebrations of the dead that happen at this time of the year, the veil between us and the spirit world becomes very, very thin because the dead, the spirits of the dead, become closer to us and energetically have a greater connection to us than they do during other times of the year. And that's great for us as intuitive people because we can develop a clearer relationship with our spirit guides. And we will feel like during the month of October, we're going to be getting a lot of signs from our guides. We're going to be seeing a lot of synchronicity. We're going to be seeing angel numbers everywhere. You're going to feel more connected, which is a great thing. So I want you to pay attention to the fact that the universe is showing you in every given moment little pieces of the puzzle, little breadcrumbs, little signs to help point the way for you. That could come in the form of an Instagram post that really catches your attention. That could come in the form of something that a friend says to you that really hits home. That could come in the form of a TV commercial that you see that has a message that you needed to hear that day. So pay attention to those signs. So many of us, and again, I go here too, so I'm not immune to this. So many of us, when we feel like we're trapped or stuck, we pretend like we don't know our next steps. We are that Two of Swords. We've got the blindfold on and we're all wrapped up in the rope. And we pretend like we're not holding the swords, like we can't figure it out. But if we were just to pay attention to what's going on in our external reality, to pay attention to the fact that we're holding those swords, we would get the message loud and clear as to what our next steps are. The universe is showing you in every given moment, especially if you are a spiritually awakened person. You have a greater connection to your higher self than somebody who is not so awake. Your consciousness is more open, so therefore you are open to the signs that your guides are trying to send you. They are trying to knock on your door. They are trying to send you a phone call and trying to tell you what the next step is. However, those signs are going to be very subtle. They're not going to come in the form of a loud voice from God or in the form of, they could come in the form of a dream. Absolutely. Definitely pay attention to your dreams, but they're not going to come in the form of an extremely clear paint by numbers roadmap of what your life is supposed to look like. So with that in mind, I have some cards for you guys today that will help illustrate some of these themes. So the deck that I'm using is the Seasons of the Witch Oracle card deck. I apologize, this is backwards. My camera is mirrored. Seasons of the Witch, the new Maven Oracle card deck. This just came out over the summer. I love these creators, Lorraine Anderson and Juliette Diaz. Their decks are amazing. I have all of them. So of course we have to use this because this represents the autumnal equinox, right? So anyway, we have card number 8 here, the Corn Maze card. And the Corn Maze card says, although your path is unclear, it is there waiting for your faith to lead you. And I'm actually going to read this to you because I think there are some messages in here for some of you that will really help you. Keywords: compromising beliefs, falling off the path, getting lost, authenticity. Your higher self chose this card because life is a lot like going through a corn maze. It's a series of choices that will either lead you to freedom, there's that theme of freedom, manifested in feelings of joy, success, feeling loved and supported, or choices that lead to feeling stuck, stagnant, confused, and lost. The next choice is always a flip of the coin and will bring you closer to or further away from your desired outcome. Just like a corn maze, you don't get a map or chance to plot the way before going in, but you do have a built-in guide in the form of your inner self, which knows exactly the way to go, when to turn, and when to head back and start again. Your inner self speaks to you through your beliefs and feelings and is speaking to you now through this card, letting you know if you have been going in the wrong direction. Instead, you are being asked to go back and start from the beginning. What are your values and core beliefs? What are you hoping to gain from this situation? Or who are you attempting to become? Have your choices supported future versions of yourself in your life? Finally, where have you compromised your life's vision in pursuit of goals and expectations that belong to someone else? Corn Maze offers a final message. There is more than one way to achieve a goal. The path you are on now is not the way, and there may be another path that is much better suited to you. To find this path, take time to find out who you truly are now and who you're becoming. Then your inner self will have what it needs to take you from point A to point B. I love that so much. And this message is especially heightened because we have the 10-10 portal during the month of October. The 10-10 portal on October 10th. What does the 10-10 portal represent? Well, I was asking the guides this, and they were sharing with me that it is all about aligning with your most authentic self, your most authentic self. The 9-9 portal was all about releasing anything, beliefs, outdated behaviors, habits that were not in alignment with your most authentic self. So the 10-10 portal is designed to help you anchor into your most authentic self and help you see the person that you are becoming. And to help you realize, again, what is keeping you trapped and stuck and out of alignment from being your most authentic self. So this month is also about turning back to you and figuring out who you are and what you want out of life. If you are feeling trapped, it might be because you don't have a clear vision of where you're going. And so you may need to do some visualization work this month to get a clear picture of where you want to be. What are your dreams and aspirations, your greatest hopes and wishes for yourself? Not even your goals necessarily, but your dreams, your wishes for what this life is meant to look like. You get to decide that. There's no fate or destiny woven in the stars about that. You get to choose. Of course, there's some things your soul contracted to learn about in this lifetime, but ultimately you get to paint the picture of what the way that you choose to live your life. So you're going to be discovering that this month. And the purpose of that is because in November, we have the 1111 portal. 1111 is all about manifestation. It's all about dreams coming true. It's all about luck and our hopes and wishes coming to fruition. And so getting clear on who you are this month and what you want and what kind of freedom you want for yourself and what's making you feel trapped is going to help you be very clear and intentional about what you want to manifest on 11/11 and what your intentions are going to be for 2024. It's such a good time to set yourself up for success in the new year. Yes, we're going to talk about that already, because we have these really powerful portal days that help us anchor into those energies that I've just mentioned to you. So that's what this month is all about. It's, again, helping you free yourself from things that make you feel trapped. It's about discovering who you are and who you're becoming. And it's about discovering your hopes and wishes for the future, what you want to manifest on 11/11. One exercise that can be really helpful, and I did this recently and really helped me get clarity. If you go to my Instagram page, my name's Emily the Mystic. I have a post that's pinned to the top of my page that is all about my belief system. And it's a carousel of 10 different visuals of my core beliefs that I believe in, that I build my practice around. This exercise was so good for me because it helped me get clear on what I preach in my business so that people can see what I stand for. So if you don't know what your values are, your beliefs, I want you to go check that post out and create one for yourself. You don't need to post it, of course. If you're a business owner, you might want to. But this will help you get clear on, again, your authentic beliefs. And then anchoring into that is going to be so powerful because it's going to help you discern who you are. And then all the external noise, maybe ideas from your parents or your friends or your significant other, that noise we can kind of block it off a little bit and listen to what's in here. Now, there are going to be some moments of up and down during the course of this month. Again, nothing to, freak out about or worry about, of course. However, we do start eclipse season this month. And eclipse season tends to bring up a lot of change and a lot of shifting of energy, which for some people, if you're really sensitive to energy, can make you feel a bit ungrounded, a bit all over the place. So we have our first solar eclipse on October 14th, and we have our first lunar eclipse on October 28th. So we've got 2 eclipses during the month of October. That could make the energy feel a little wonky. That could make you feel, again, ungrounded, exhausted, tired, unfocused. So this month, it's going to be absolutely imperative that you keep up with your spiritual routines and your personal self-care routines. Going into this month with the foundation in that is going to help you feel so anchored and grounded in yourself, in your body, so that no matter what the eclipse seasons stir up in your life or in the lives of the people close to you, you will feel like you can weather the storm no matter what. Not that necessarily that there will be a storm, but that it could bring up some intensity. Even if it's intensity in the people in the lives of the people that you live with, in the life of your significant other, in your parents' lives, just to help you feel anchored and calm and stable and grounded and like you've cultivated your own inner sense of peace, will help you navigate this with so much more ease. I know for me, during the month of September, I was on vacation. I had a photo shoot. I hosted an in-person event. I was all over the place. And I was not keeping up with my personal spiritual routines and habits. And it made me feel so kind of lost in space, floaty, all over the place, totally unanchored, totally ungrounded. And so now I'm realizing, oh, damn, like I dropped the ball on my own daily routines. And wow, didn't that make me feel, yikes, like a little crazy, a little wild. So if that's you, this is a great time to start bringing that back in. It doesn't have to be an extensive 2-hour morning routine, fancy morning routine. No, but it could mean as soon as you get up, not looking at your phone, taking a few deep breaths, setting the intention to be grounded and anchored in your body, calling in your spirit guides for the day, calling in protection for the day, setting an intention for your day ahead, and then getting out of bed and going on with the rest of your day. That can take you 5 minutes. I just gave you a morning routine that's easy. You could even pull a card for yourself. If you do something like that, and then at the end of the day, take a few minutes to clear your energy and ask to cut cords with the people you've been with during the day, to release anything that's not yours before you go to bed, wow, you're going to be in great shape during the course of this month. That little routine that I just gave you will help you so much. So I hope that helps. But you know what your routines are and what you need to be doing. So especially if you've been avoiding it. I know we are just wrapping up the summer season, so you may have been traveling or all over the place like me and kind of got out of your routine. It's time to bring that back in again. Okay, what else do we have here? 2 other cards I want to share with you. We have the Haunted House card number 22. This card is again about letting go of anything that's not in alignment anymore. This card calls for a need to let go or clean house, and the eclipses are really going to bring those things to center stage. So I'm going to read this. It says, your higher self chose this card because a person or situation from your past is preventing you from experiencing the bliss, freedom, that is waiting for you once you clear this energy from your orbit. You might see the energy of this card manifest in an ex who continues to come back into your life whenever it's convenient for them to do so. Perhaps you are loyal to a friend who is not loyal to you in return, and despite how many times you have been burned, you continue to support them when they call. You might be staying with an employer who doesn't value you and your ideas, so you feel as though your talent is being overlooked and wasted. Choosing to let go of what brings you pain is a critical form of self-care. Haunted House prompts you to examine the people and areas of your life that make you feel trapped, afraid, abandoned, hurt, and confused. These situations may trigger something within you, and when you are blended with these emotional bombs, you may be blinded to the exit. Oh my God, this is everything we've been talking about. The door might have been right in front of you the entire time, but you're experiencing an illusion that has led you to believe there is no escape. It may be you have taken on the role of a healer and believe it's your job to change the actions of others. It is not. Your responsibility is to your own healing and well-being. Even though it may be painful, taking steps to set boundaries with other people provide a healing pathway for them as well. By letting go, you are choosing not to enable their behaviors and are shining a light on their own shadows. You very well could be the healer after all, simply by taking steps to heal yourself. And that brings up another important point that I've been seeing with a lot of my clients recently, because we are in Libra season right now and the nodes are pointing to Aries and Libra. We may feel that, and we may witness our loved ones, friends, significant other, even our pets maybe, going through challenging things in their lives. And you have to remember, especially if you're an empath and you have the tendency to want to help others and heal others, you have to remember that it is not your responsibility to do healing work for other people to help them figure out their life or to take responsibility for their burdens. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Of course, that's different if you have children. Children are not part of this conversation. But for your family members who are adults, it is not your job to take responsibility for them. So you may need to set boundaries with those people this month, especially if they are making you feel trapped, okay? Super important. Libra, the energy of Libra is all about balance and can include setting boundaries. All right. And finally, we have one last card here. We have the Ghost Whisperer card. Messages, warnings, guidance. I love this card because it reminds us about our increased intuition during the course of this month. Your higher self chose this card because it represents the receipt of messages, especially those that come from someone in your past. You may have a chance to find closure, or you might reconnect with someone who was once meaningful to you. Have you been thinking about someone in particular? Perhaps an ex or an old flame has entered your mind recently, so consider reaching out to them. They may need to speak with you about something important, but don't have a way of contacting you. A simple conversation, even just small talk, can open your eyes to a clever solution to a problem that has plagued you. This person may become a permanent fixture in your life. Should this card fall from this did not fall from the deck in reverse. Let me see. It's also a reminder that there may be people in your life who do not have your best intentions at heart. So be careful and cautious when people like that come into your life to discern what their true intentions are. And to make sure that you are defending yourself and holding space for yourself and not letting people in who are known to hurt you. Now, I think what's interesting about this card is based on what we were talking about earlier, about how the universe is always giving you signs and signals of your next steps. You may get those signs in the form of a conversation with somebody who reaches out to you, or somebody who comes back into your life, or somebody who you haven't spoken to in a long time and they send you a DM on Instagram. Of course, use your discernment when deciding whether or not you want to respond back to that person, but they may have a message for you. You may have a conversation with them that helps point you in the right direction. So just be open to whatever it is, but use your discernment and whether or not it's going to be a good use of your time. So that is another important message. And finally, the last thing I will leave you with is that no matter what happens during eclipse season, the month of October is a great time to connect with your inner child, especially if you are like me and you love Halloween, you loved Halloween as a kid, and you want to celebrate Halloween, Samhain, whatever word you want to use, with your full heart. It's a great time to do that. Why? Connecting with your inner child can help you no matter what is going on in your life, especially if challenging things are happening for you, you're learning a lot of lessons. Taking time to play, to carve a pumpkin, to go trick-or-treating, even if it's just going to your local Target and buying yourself a bag of candy, like those little things really can bring you joy. Watching your favorite horror movies or Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, like all of the good Halloween activities. I will be doing all of the Halloween activities myself. Those things can help you reground and help you bring joy. And also sometimes messages and directions for us to choose to move forward in life can come in the form of remembering what your inner child enjoyed the most. And you may get some clarity around that by doing, again, some things that would bring your inner child joy. So that's all that I have for you for October. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot from this energy forecast. Please comment below what resonated with you and give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. I will see you very soon. Enjoy your day and happy October. Bye for now.